Alright, so it's like 7:30 in the morning, and it turns out I was right. You're probably wondering, obviously you're wondering, what do you mean by you were right? Well, we're once again talking about the Touhou fandom, and the Lost World haters, as well as being homophobic to the Touhou characters. Again, fictional characters, and our franchise has zero focus on romance. Now, I was scrolling my Twitter feed, and I came across this post. Again, I don't want you to harass anybody I talk about in these videos, because that's not cool. Regardless, if you like them or not, harassment, not cool. But this is a Twitter post from account Tengu Kisser or at 5Mac Chaos. Atreus, you're gonna have to get out of here. And the caption and the post says, "Lost word, you bastards," and shows 4 screenshots of the new chapter in game for the story mode. Hi, where it's the summer Tenshi and the summer Shion. Where Tenshi says to Shion, "I think of you like a sister-in-law. Or a second cousin. I want you to know that." And then Shion's in parentheses, because it's more like a thought, right? Asking herself if it's a good thing. And then person posts a reply to their own tweet, which, nothing wrong with, saying, "Tenshion deniers have found this," and got a screenshot of the main protagonist from the Yakuza games, which I personally don't give a fuck about. Captioned, "Tenshion deniers have found this." And again, it's the picture of the main protagonist holding up the middle finger. And then they say, "More to the block list at the very least," meaning, if you don't ship Tenshi and Shion, you're fucking blocked. Because why? No idea. You just fucking blocked. Again, therefore adding to why the Touhou fandom is such garbage. And I have mentioned many times on this channel that even if you are a Touhou fan and you don't ship any of the characters, you're homophobic. Just because you don't ship fictional characters of the same gender. And a franchise has zero focus on romance, by the way. If you don't ship any characters, you're homophobic. Like, really? Are you really that retarded? Now, people are probably going to get offended for me saying that. But for something like this, it's absolutely fucking true. Like, you have to be absolutely mentally ill in order to have that mentality. I swear. It's so stupid. Like, what's the point of thinking that way, right? And then they say, either way, this post went off, so if you agree that Tenshion's peak, you should definitely follow. So yeah, if you ship fictional characters the same gender in a franchise has zero focus on romance to this person, follow them. But if you don't, you're blocked. What the fuck? Right? I respond to this tweet saying, "This is wholesome and good." And it is absolutely wholesome, because you have to think about it. Tenshi, not exactly, she's lovable. Obviously, I love Tenshi. She's one of my favorites, obviously, but she's not exactly the nicest character in the franchise. In fact, she's a bit, she's absolutely fucking narcissistic as hell, but that's why she's loved so much, right? So her saying stuff like this, even though it's a quote-unquote fan game, I mean, it's still officially licensed, so technically, Zune himself did approve of the game, therefore, take that as you will. But I know the Touhou fans are pissed. Let's get on to more of the replies, shall we? Someone replies, I mean, hey, maybe the Lost Word devs are just freaky like that. Incest? Kind of. Like, I mean, obviously Tenchi and Xian aren't sisters, because June and Xian are sisters, but this gives me mixed signals, I'm not sure what to think about this reply, because it's implying that it gives me mixed feelings, because it makes me feel like they're not shipping the characters, but at the same time they are shipping the characters. Like, it's kind of weird. It's giving me mixed signals. So I'm not sure what to think about that reply. And the reply after, I'm going to just talk about all the replies here, right? And then someone named Madame Lecheeto, for whatever fucking reason, replies, your first mistake was trusting the people who made Marissa straight. Therefore, adding more hate to Lost Word. And the homophobia that non-shippers like me are full of, Again, I'm not homophobic. The Touhou fan is just this retarded. The fandom is just that stupid. Oh boy, another reason to dislike Lost Word. So yeah, Mice, you pretty much get it, right? You pretty much get it. The reason why people don't like Lost Word is because, zero focus on romance. Therefore, Lost Word and the developers and people who like the game are homophobic. Whether they are a Touhou fan or not, they're homophobic. Because they don't, there's no romance in the game or whatever. Again, this is an officially licensed game. While, yes, it wasn't created by Zune himself, it was officially licensed by him. Therefore, since it is officially licensed by him, people have to realize that, yeah, he approved of all this. Just remember, people need to realize that he approved of all this. And if they don't like that, obviously, yeah, they don't need to play it. But at the same time, they don't have to, block people who like the game and don't ship the characters or whatever. They don't need to do that. They don't need to harass the devs. None of that shit. Which I have also seen, by the way. That just comes to show how rabid the Touhou fandom is. People think the Sonic fandom is bad, Minecraft fandom, Roblox, any kind of fandom. People think those fandoms are bad. I've seen people in the Touhou fandom dox each other for the littlest of reasons. I'm not kidding. That has actually happened, and I have seen it happen. And do you know what happened to the people who actually doxed people? Zero repercussions whatsoever. People are hating. People are hating the fucking game because no, they're not shipping the characters, so fucking cry about it, little bitches. And then someone's named Nabo with the at Among Us Sussy. If with that at like you're just kind of begging to be fucking made fun of or something. Talked about saying, so I was right to not like Lost Word just because they don't ship fucking characters. Like, I'm serious, I don't care. And then someone, oh no, someone with the name Alice, with the at Alice and Co. Its profile picture of Alice from Touhou saying, "This is the worst game ever." Well, you're making us Alice fans look bad. You really fucking are. Okay, now here's a reply I can actually understand and appreciate right here. I don't like Tenchion, but this is great. Tenchi being completely clueless with romance and misunderstanding her feelings for Shion as protective and familial. Wanting to be a good stand-in for her actual sister, June. All to Shion's confusion. I like this Tenchion. That I could actually understand because... And go behind 100% because, like I said again, Tenchi, well, she's narcissistic as fuck and all that. She's at least willing to stand up for Shion. If you've read Wild and Horned Hermit, which a lot of the fandom doesn't do, because why read the official works? Am I right? Why read the official works? Like, Tenchi did stand up for Shion, all that stuff. And Shion's ability is, to cause, like, poverty and all that stuff. But since Tenchi is a celestial, she kind of, like, nullifies Shion's ability at that. So, is it really a wonder why Tenchi, but, again, doesn't love Tenchi as a significant other, but pretty much like a sister and best friend? Is it really a wonder why? Again, the fandom doesn't like to read the official works. So, yeah. I do, of course. I read the official works. Well, the more modern ones, like Forbidden Scrollery, which I've got volumes 5 and 7 of, but I've read it. For the most part, Wild and Horned Hermit, I've even read it, which I prefer over Forbidden Scrollery. But everything before that and after that, I have not read, so it's kind of... Yeah. But Wild and Horned Hermit and Forbidden Scrollery, I do know. So, yeah. And this person, under that comment I just read, says, "Base Lost Word dev, we need more." I liked that tweet because it's... Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, someone in the reply said 9/11 for Tenchion fans. What can I really say about that? That reply just explains itself. You're not funny, dude. But hey, it's just dark humor. You're too sensitive. 9/11. Tell that to the people who lost family in fucking 9/11, you dumbasses. Like, seriously. And then that person under the reply I just mentioned says, "What the fuck? Why? Why did they do that? This better be a Tenchi Tsundere moment." They got mad because of... And the person under that says, "I don't see the problem." I don't either. It's just the fandom. I'm just going to reply to this person saying the fandom being butthurt. Okay, this person, the person of this comment, I don't see the problem, got a reply. From someone I actually do talk to from time to time, saying people who read into the ending of Touhou 15.5 Anatomy of Common Flowers, which I played on this channel. In fact, I played it yesterday even. Unfortunately, it didn't have commentary because I was stupid, but anyways, back to the reply. People who read into the ending of Touhou 15.5 bit too hard going crazy over the ship not having support in the gacha game, by the way. I mean, I do like Tenchion since it makes more sense than most ships, which it does, because with Tenchion, it actually makes sense. Unlike what? Alice, Marissa Patchouli, Alice Patchouli. Like, those ships don't make sense. Again, they're rivals. Therefore, zero romantic feelings towards each other. Mimezo and Ran, zero romantic feelings for each other. In fact, they absolutely fucking hate each other. They can't stand each other. Sega and Kaysen, they're not big fans of each other. They don't like each other that much. I mean, they don't hate each other, but they don't like each other, you know? It's like a Sonic and Shadow type of relationship right there, so... And yes, I did say relationship, but you understand what I mean. I'm pretty sure. But there's no evidence yet of it being mentioned in the canon games yet, and there never will be. Because again, this is all just fanon. And then the original poster of this reply says, I think the ship comes mostly from Wild and Horned Hermit, actually, not 15.5. Which, yeah. I talked about that a couple minutes ago. So, yeah, actually, yeah. 100%, absolutely. And then the guy replied saying, I mean, the epilogue of 15.5, it's discovered that Tenchi negates Shion's misfortune aura, which I talked about. And it said that the two and stop playing pranks on others, which also, yeah, does happen, by the way. Having Tenchi be mistakenly dubbed as part of the horrible sibling duo. Or, in this case, trio, pretty much. I also noticed that I have a notification, so that's interesting. Someone named Steve356 responds. This is the absolute funniest response I've seen yet, by the way. This game honestly treated the relationship better than in the fandom. Yeah. I'm not kidding. Like, yeah, I'm not kidding. That's absolutely fucking true. Like, it is hilarious. It's funny because it is absolutely 1,000,000% true. And then someone who is apparently a Mei Ling fan, which I don't understand why, but hey, I'm not a Mei Ling fan myself, but you know, you do you, man, you do you. His response, now if only Lost Word would kill Mei Saku as well, which Mei Ling and Tsukuya. So, yeah, again, I'm not a big fan of Mei Ling or Tsukuya, especially not the fucking ship, so, which makes zero sense, by the way. Like, why does the fandom ship those two anyway? Just because they work at the Scarlet Devil Mansion, that's it? Like, other than that, what other... Yeah. What would there be other valid reason to ship those two? There's not. Same goes with pretty much for the most part, any other ship. Again, Tenchion makes the most sense when it comes to their ship being, right? It makes the most sense. Because there's at least some valuable reasoning behind it. But any other shit like that, why? Especially when it comes to characters who don't like each other. And then we got more replies, right? One person says, it's like they want to keep giving us reasons to hate their stupid gacha. Because, again, because, they're homophobic, right? It's someone with a Shion profile picture, by the way, says, who says that's a bad thing? Absolutely! How is it a bad thing? It's not. It's just the fandom is so fucking rabid. And someone with the name... And someone who's a tight fan, not, a certain piece of shit who shall remain unnamed, who also hates this game for whatever fucking reason. Is saying, so glad I didn't even touched that game. Not touched. So, yeah, I'm a new grammar Nazi. Like, you can say whatever you want, but if you have grammar like this and you expect to be taken seriously, you're not going to be taken seriously. That's just the truth of the matter. You're not being able to be taken seriously. It's got a picture of one of Tate's portraits from Shoot the Bullet. And someone with the name Anti-Air Balloon says, I want to say fuck you, Touhou Lost Word for the Tenchion fans. With, the middle finger emoji. So yeah, my suspicions are right. People don't like Lost Word because of the homophobia. And the fact that it's a gacha, which, again, you don't have to... Nobody's forcing you to play it. But again, these are literally the exact same people who the vast majority do not read the official print works. And, it's absolutely fucking disappointing that... I'm a fan of a franchise with people who... With a fandom that's full of people like this, right? It's absolutely fucking disappointing because... right? People will say, ooh, people should be allowed to enjoy things however they want. It's like... Yeah, it's fair, but at the same time, you have to remember... If people are trying to enjoy the franchise for how it is, and people like this come after them, those people can't enjoy the franchise because of people like this. Because people like this are chasing others out of these fandoms. And again, it's not just the Touhou fandom. Pretty much almost every fandom is like this. And what's crazy is... Touhou, where most characters don't fucking die, there's zero romance, stuff like that, is this fucking rabid. But then you look at something God of War, a franchise where you pretty much play as a character who used to be angry all the time, killed many innocents and non-innocents, not to mention his family. Fucking God of War. You look into it like that, something like this, and the fandom is absolutely fucking wholesome. I've never seen a toxic fan in God of War community. Why is that? I have no fucking idea. And yeah, Touhou fandoms like this, where again, if you don't ship any characters or whatever, you're deemed homophobic immediately. And if you like Lost World and play it, you're not a true Touhou fan. You know, shit like that. And again, those comments are coming from people who most likely don't read the print works, right? And have also pirated the Touhou games. I'm talking like actual piracy, like downloading the games for free from the Moriah Shrine website, you know, instead of, you know, actually paying $15 for them on Steam. Like, you're probably thinking, well, you're kind of one to talk, right? You emulate and stuff like that. Like, no. The difference is, those are like old expensive games that are on like consoles that are region locked, or you can't really find, because again, they're rare games that are like really fucking expensive. You know, like Earthbound, stuff like that. And Touhou is an indie franchise, right? It's where it's usually just one person working on the games by themselves. I mean, like, yeah, there's a team and everything, but when I'm talking mainline games, it's usually just Zun himself doing the games. Therefore, and plus, $15 is not that much. $15 isn't much, especially when it comes to game franchise with games that have a ton of replay value, because you have to like memorize bullet patterns, stuff like that, to like improve. $15 is not bad. Like, again, these days games are like $70-$80 just for, you know, standard versions of games, which just the base game themselves. Like, games are like $70-$80 these days, right? And it's a game you're probably going to play like once or twice. So, compare that to a game for $50 with a ton of replay value and a lot of memorization you have to do to improve. Like, yeah, you could get like about 4 or 5 of these Touhou games for the price of one AAA game these days. And people are like, well, I don't want to pay the money to play the games, so I could just download them for free from this website. Again, these are indie games. Like, if they're old games that, you know, you can't really play anymore, or if you can, they're really fucking hard to find and super expensive, like, then that's one thing, right? But if the games are available on Steam, right, which Touhou 9.5, 10, 10.5, 10.2, 11, you know, onward to Touhou 19 now, those are available on Steam, but people are still using the Moriah Shrine website to play those games, instead of, you know, paying the $15 for an indie game, which, again, is not that much. This just comes to show you how fucking terrible the Touhou fandom is. And when I say to stay away from the Touhou fandom, you understand why I fucking tell you to stay away from Touhou fandom. Like, I myself am not that kind of Touhou fan. Like, I hate those kinds of Touhou fans, right? So, yeah. It's like, it's really sad that people have this kind of mentality. So, I mean, of course, it's Twitter, right? So, yeah. It's Twitter, so that doesn't really help much either. Again, I'm not saying all Touhou fans on Twitter are like this. Again, not all Touhou fans on Twitter are like this. Again, I've like had actual conversations with native Japanese speakers about Touhou and stuff like that. Again, their English isn't the best, which is fine, because again, they're not native. English isn't their native language, so that's fine. But I have had actual conversations with Japanese Touhou fans, right? They're chill. they're chill. Like, even Japanese Touhou artists and stuff like that follow me, right? They actually follow me, and I follow them. I've had actual conversations with them. They're chill. It's just the English speaking side of the Touhou fandom that's absolute dog shit. And again, not all English speaking Touhou fans, especially on Twitter, are like this. Just the vast majority of them. So yeah, again, when I said to stay away from Touhou fandom, I mean it. You don't want to deal with people like this. Trust me, people like this have tried to cancel me for literally the same reason. Just because I don't ship any of the characters. Yeah, they try to cancel me for that. Because, I'm homophobic, which I'm not. Like, if you're gay, I don't care. You do you. It's not my business if you're gay or not, right? Like, just please don't try to push me to be gay. Like, yeah, please don't do that. Like, it's cool you're gay. Please just respect that I'm not. But, yeah. The Touhou fandom is absolutely rabid, and you should 100% stay away from the fan base itself. Well, the English side at least. The games, the official print works, like Forbidden Scrollery and One Horned Hermit, you should play too. Lost Word, honestly, I'm an avid player. I play it like frequently. In fact, I was actually just like in the training dojo to level up two of my characters of like skills, stuff like that, doing more errands, starting more errands, stuff like that before recording this. So yeah, I'm an avid Lost Word player. I play it quite often, quite frequently. I play like every day. So yeah, honestly, I can say give it a try. If you don't like it, you don't have to play it. But yeah, that's it for this video. Sorry I droned it on this long, but yeah. I'm pretty sure this isn't going to be the last time I'm going to be talking about the Touhou fandom and how terrible it is. But yeah. Gonna upload another video later. Thanks for watching. Take care.